Hello, so today's video is about why you absolutely 100% need to get uncomfortable to recover from an eating disorder. I think it's very important to understand that when you have developed eating disorder, then actually you have developed this eating disorder comfort zone. And that's why for you it feels like eating disorder is a safe place for you. Eating disorder is somewhere you feel in control. And every time you even think about starting your recovery or being this normal eater, the concept seems like very foreign to you. And you may start to feel anxious, you may start to have fear and doubts and worry about the recovery. And this is like, all of this is a sign that you are in your eating disorder comfort zone. So if you understand that yes, the eating disorder is your comfort zone, then doesn't it make sense that you need to get out of your comfort zone? So it means that you need to get uncomfortable to recover. So to illustrate what I mean, because I think this sounds maybe too all over the place, so I thought I will make a little illustration and I will talk along with it so you can understand more of what I mean and why you need to get uncomfortable in order to fully recover. So I take my camera and I have my pen here, and this is the paper I put down, and Mona is sleeping here. Mona, how are you? Say hi to the internet. So yeah, I have my paper here, so I try to illustrate, and I will put my foot here so the paper is more stable. But anyway, so let's say this is the bubble of your eating disorder where you feel comfortable. This is a phase of recovery, and this is where you are finally recovered and normal eating. So this is eating disorder and this is normal, and this is recovery. And here you have the doors to each stage, because you can't jump from eating disorder straight to normal eating. No, you have to go through it. And that's why anytime you try to sneak with your eating disorder behaviors of maybe I can recover but I never have to gain weight, like you are trying to skip the recovery by going here, trying to skip recovery. But no, it doesn't work, because there is no door here. There is no door. You can't go into this phase without going through this door and this door. You have to go through recovery. So this is your comfort zone right now. Comfort zone. And this is actually, for normal eaters, for me, this is my comfort zone. I try to shorten. Comfort zone. Yeah, this is comfort zone. But yeah, you can't skip straight to here. You have to go through the recovery. And this is why, this is the uncomfortable zone. And do you now understand why you need to get uncomfortable? Because this is the only way you can progress to being a normal eater. So yes, so this is basically what this video is about. And this, in recovery, okay, so when you are in your eating disorder with all of your habits, your restrictions, your over-exercising, purging, skipping meals, doing whatever the eating disorder wants, and this feels very familiar for you, very comfortable, you feel safe, you feel in control. So if you start to go through this door and you open the door, then what happens? All of the uncomfortable things will start to come up. You feel anxious, you feel fear, you feel even panic, you feel all of the uncomfortable emotions. When you start to gain weight, you have this fear that what will happen, oh my god, something is wrong. And this is basically what you need to go through to recover. And yeah, and this is like the first stages when you start to go through this door. All of this fear will come up. But the thing is that if you progress in recovery, let's say you progress like more towards like recovery, maybe here you have been like half a year in your recovery, then what happens, like this door starts to open up more. Before, if you're here, this door is still closed, but if you're almost here, this door starts to like open up more. So the door is like open. I don't know if you can understand. And what it means is that you can start to experience more that comes from here. And maybe if you are like in this stage, you start to experience like less obsession with foods. You start to experience like more, you are more normal. Maybe you have more like, yeah, more normal hunger cues, less guilt. Less guilt. Maybe you feel your weight is a little bit more in balance, like generally you feel more in balance. And this is all because you have went through recovery. So what I mean is that the anxiety and fear, this is only the first part of recovery. Maybe first few months are the hardest. But if you get through maybe 3 months, 4 months, then already you start to experience more of these like better emotions, and you even start to believe in recovery. And this is why in recovery you start to change. You start to change into like a more normal person. And yeah, so all of these uncomfortable feelings that you have here, yes, it's still uncomfortable, but it starts to slowly grow better and better and better. So yeah, and once you are through this door and you are like, oh, I'm like fully recovered, and you have changed all of your eating disorder habits and behaviors and beliefs about yourself. Yes, it requires a lot of work. It requires to get uncomfortable. But once you are here, and at least this is how it feels like for me, is that like this door like completely closes for me. This door is closed now. And like this is full recovery. This is full recovery. This is full recovery. And this, because of this door is closed, I have done everything for recovery. Like this is now my new comfort zone, and I feel very safe and secure here because I went through the uncomfortable pace and I changed my brain, I changed my habits, I faced my fears, I faced my anxiety, I faced the panic. But I continued going the recovery. I continued anyway, despite feeling so uncomfortable. And the more I started to have these all like better emotions. And once I am fully recovered, then yeah, this is my new comfort zone. So yeah, I really hope it all made sense. Like why you can't skip the recovery, why you can't like maybe, oh, maybe I just eat healthy and stop calorie restriction. No, like you need to eat whatever you want. No labels of good and bad foods, like in recovery. Like, yeah, so I really hope it makes sense. And yeah, so basically, this is why you need to get uncomfortable in your recovery. And this is why you can't skip feeling uncomfortable. You can't skip fear, you can't skip anxiety, you can't skip panic mode in recovery. But understand that this is necessary part to recover, and take it as like a very small price to pay for full recovery. Yeah, and actually feeling uncomfortable, feeling scared, feeling anxious in recovery are perfectly normal recovery emotions. There is nothing wrong with you. It doesn't mean there is something like a real threat happening. No, this is just happening because your brain tries to trick you go back into your old comfort zone. And this is what your brain does. Your brain doesn't know the difference between good habits and bad habits. Right now, if you have eating disorder, you have literally like taught your brain to think that eating disorder is a good thing, like what your brain must follow. Like this is how you can do brainwashing about anything. This is how you can teach your brain to believe like anything you want. You can believe that eating disorder is a safe place to have like control and everything what you have told yourself over the years. And this is why your brain thinks that everything outside of the eating disorder comfort zone is something to be like so afraid of. And your brain like tries to trick you back to go into the eating disorder comfort zone. But since you are an intelligent human being, you have the ability to think with your like rational brain and logical brain that will tell you that eating disorders are not healthy. And with thinking with your rational brain, you can actually kind of like force yourself to go through recovery and keep going no matter the panic and anxiety your brain sends you. And simply don't listen to it, but keep going with recovery anyway. And then the more you recover, the more you start to experience the normal eating, the normal ways of thinking, the more you reprogram your brain, and the more recovered you will become. And once you are in full recovery, then this will become your new comfort zone. And this is why for me, full recovery means that I never feel like I want to go back to my eating disorder. And full recovery is very easy to maintain. And my hunger cues are automatic. My eating is very normal, very natural. And I never have to do anything. I simply follow my body. So yeah, I really hope you understand now like why you need to get uncomfortable, because this is the only way you can actually recover. You can't skip feeling uncomfortable. You need to go through recovery to recover. You can't skip recovery parts. So yeah, get uncomfortable, embrace feeling uncomfortable. When you have fear, anxiety, just know that this is a good thing, because this means that you are in recovery. You are not staying in an eating disorder comfort zone. You are recovering, you are getting better. And as time goes by, it will only get easier. But you have to stay consistent, do all the recovery stuff, and then the recovery will come like 100%. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope it made sense. You can subscribe to my channel and please like this video if you find it helpful, and see you in my next video. Bye.